Hey everyone, I'm Jason Hisley with The Front Burner, where we feature easy meals that you can make at home that are both healthy and flavorful. Today we'll be doing a lime cilantro pork taco. So it's kind of like a Mexican-inspired taco that has some really great lean meats and then also some really colorful, fun vegetables. So the first thing you want to do with this is get a skillet heated up so that you can go ahead and cook your pork tenderloin. So let's put that on about medium-high heat. For our pork tenderloins, we're actually using a really thinly sliced pork. This way it cooks fast in the pan, and it's also a really lean cut, which is great. So what we want to do is take these, separate them out, and we're going to go ahead and salt and pepper one side. Perfect. Awesome. Always want to salt and pepper things before you start cooking them, especially meats, because that's really going to give it some great flavor starting off. Once your pan starts to heat up, we're going to take a little non-stick cooking spray, spray the bottom, and go ahead and get our pork tenderloins cooking here. So you want to put the salt and pepper side down. Oh, hear that sizzle? That's what you're looking for. So again, put the salt and pepper side down. Let's get this out of here. All right, so while this pork is cooking on one side, we'll go ahead and chop some of these great fun fresh vegetables that we're going to use in here as well. So here I have some red pepper, onion, and jalapeno that I've already chopped up. So first thing we want to do is cut up the onion. The best way to cut an onion is to first cut off both ends and then slice off the outer shell, because none of that's tasty anyway. Alrighty. Since these are tacos, you can kind of cut it in any shape or size you want, but for me personally, I like to do strips. That way you get a nice big crunch of veggies when you go to take a bite. So we'll cut this guy in half, then go ahead and cut this into strips. Oh, the pork tenderloins are starting to smell great in the pan already. Perfect. For this particular batch, we'll probably need about half of a medium-sized onion. So next thing we're going to do is the red pepper. I like to cut down the sides of it, avoiding all of the seeds in the middle. Cut off that little bottom piece, because why waste any? And then we'll go ahead and chop these up too. Same size, just like strips. We'll just go ahead and chop them up. Oh, I wish you could smell this pork tenderloin. It really is filling the whole room with some great smells. Real quick, I'm gonna give these guys a flip. Perfect. And see how we're getting all that really nice caramelization on the top? They're starting to form some on the bottom too, which I'll show you how to pick up later. We definitely don't want to lose any of that flavor. So I'll go ahead and finish up chopping these red peppers. And again, what's great about using a whole slew of colorful vegetables is you get so much vitamins and minerals and nutrients that your body needs. So again, this is such a healthy alternative to your traditional tacos, which use like flour taco shells and you know, are high in fat and things that you really just don't need. Perfect. What's great about these pork tenderloins is that because they're sliced so thin, it really doesn't take too long in the pan to cook. So we want to keep checking each side and get a nice brown color to them. That caramelization on the outside of the pork is also going to give you a really great flavor. So once these get that nice brown color, we're actually going to set them aside for a minute. So grab a little plate here and put these to kind of cool down before we go ahead and cut them into strips. Awesome. And see all that delicious juice at the bottom of the pan? That's really flavorful stuff. So we don't want to lose that. We're actually going to cook the veggies right in the same pan. So take just a little bit of more oil, quick spray, and then we're going to put the onion and red peppers at the bottom here. I've also pre-sliced up some jalapeno into really fine pieces. We'll put a little bit in there. Depending on how spicy you like it, you can always throw more jalapeno in there. I like a little bit of heat, so I put a heavy handful. Perfect. So we're just going to saute these for about 3 to 5 minutes to get a little bit of that crisp out of them and to soften them up just a little bit. Perfect. Awesome. So let those go for a few minutes. Again, you probably want to do that on about a medium-high heat. So, while that's being prepared, we're gonna do a little side to the pork tacos. It's gonna be a jicama fry. If you've ever seen a jicama before, it might kind of scare you because it looks like this in the grocery store, but it's a really, really tasty alternative to like French fries and things like that. So what we're gonna do is peel this down, chop it into strips, and I've already done a few ahead of time. So, this is what they end up looking like. We want to do them in kind of that like fry shape that you're used to, and they have a really nice crunch to them. So again, it's a really, really great vegetable alternative to something like a fry. To make these a little more like Mexican inspired, what we're going to do is take a bowl here, put in our jicama, and then toss these with about 2 teaspoons of lime juice. There we go. And some crushed chili flakes. Now again, depending on how spicy you like it, you can add more or less. I'll get a little extra, so we'll go a little heavy. Also for these, you can use a little bit of salt and pepper, just again to add a little more flavor to them. So crack some pepper, and just a little bit of salt. Perfect. So again, just toss those around in the bowl until they're nicely coated. And that's it, really. You just kind of toss them together, and there you go, it's all set. It's a really great side to these pork tacos. So now we want to come back and check on these veggies. Oh, I love the smell of onions cooking in a pan. See how the peppers and onions are starting to get a really nice, also caramelization to them? They're getting a little bit of brown char on the outside. That's perfect. This looks great. This is ready to go. So now's the step where we kind of want to deglaze the bottom of the pan. We want to get all that nice flavor up off the bottom. So I'm going to take a little bit of chicken stock, put that in the bottom of the pan, and then you want to take a wooden spoon or something that you can kind of scrape everything around with. This is going to bring up all those delicious flavors. It's going to continue to add flavor to your onions and red peppers, and it's going to allow that jalapeno to kind of give its flavor to everything else that's in the dish. Here we're also going to add in some chopped plum tomatoes. I really like plum tomatoes because they have a really great tomato flavor. They're not going to break down too much. They're still going to have a little body, so when you take a bite of your finished taco, you get a nice pop of tomato. So go ahead and stir those in. Want to reduce that down just a little bit to like a low temperature, and go ahead and let these simmer off and let some of that juice dissolve. In the meantime, our pork tenderloins are ready to slice up. So we're going to go ahead, grab a clean cutting board, put down our pork. I like to stack 2 on top of each other so that you can cut them a little bit faster. And again, you don't want to lose any of that juice, so if you have any juice here, you can put it right back into the pan. Perfect. Now, again, with a clean new knife, we're going to chop these into strips. Again, with tacos, you can kind of cut them into any shape or size you want. If you wanted to do little bite-sized pizzas, if you have kids that maybe don't want to take big bites of pork, you can do that. But strips, I think, are great because you get these really, really amazing bites every time you take a bite. Cool. So, the veggies really don't take too long to absorb all that chicken broth. So what we're going to do now is take our pork tenderloin that we've already chopped and go ahead and add it back into these. Great. Beautiful. And kind of toss that all together, bringing all the flavors together. And so you can see all that great juice at the bottom and all the fun veggies coming together. And this is a really, really great healthy option for the whole family. Perfect. Alrighty, so now it's already time to plate it up. This was a super fast meal. So, get a plate here, and instead of a traditional taco shell, what I like to use is a lettuce leaf. This is gonna be really great because it's such a healthy alternative to something that's like heavy with flour and just things that you don't need. Plus, this gives an extra crunch, an extra color on the plate, and really it's just such a great healthy option to your traditional taco shell. So, what you wanna do is take some of this mixture here, and just scoop it into the leaf, making a little taco out of it. Perfect. Make sure you get all that nice pork tenderloin. Great. And definitely get some fun veggies in there. Awesome. So we'll scoot these off to the side for our 3 tacos. And then go ahead and add our jicama fries on the side. Give them a quick little toss before you put them on the plate. And if you want, you can take a little bit of fresh cilantro, chop this up. And garnish the fries with it. You can also toss it kind of in the fries as you make them if you want more of a cilantro punch, but having them on top is a really pretty option. I love cilantro too, so I might put some on the tacos. And there you have some amazing lime cilantro pork tacos with jicama fries on the side. I'm Jason Hisley with The Front Burner. Thanks so much for watching. Good.